Scroll right there. All right, let's get into it. Happy Wednesday, everybody. What's going on, guys? So I got a question for you. I'm going to come out of the gate hot on this one. I got a question for you. How do you drive through fog? It's a serious question. It's kind of a weird question, right? But just think about that for a second. How do you drive through fog? Maybe it's a really foggy night, but you got to get from point A to point B, and you got to get there, right? What are you going to do to drive through that fog? Right? Think about it just a little bit, okay? So the first instant, once you see that fog, and in your head, you have to get to that point B, right? You just, no matter what, you can't just leave your car there and let the fog kind of just like dissipate, right? You got to get through that fog. You got to get to the end destination, okay? You're going to figure out a way how to get through that fog. But the first thing that's going to come up is you're going to be in a shitload of fear. You're going to be scared. Who wouldn't be scared? I'd be scared too, because it's like, man, it's fog. I don't know if like there's an oncoming car there. I don't know if I'm driving into a ditch or a gap or something's on the road. I don't even know if I'm going to make it to the end destination, okay? Where I'm going with this though is you're going to face fear, right? With trying to get to that, go through that fog, get to the end destination, no matter what. But at the end of the day, you have to get to that end destination, and you have to make a first step, right? And that first step in this metaphor, whatever, is that you're going to drive just a little bit, right? It doesn't have to be like maybe like 20 meters or anything like that. Maybe it's just like 5 or 10 meters you're driving, right? So it's just like this. It's inch by inch that you're just driving through this fog. And eventually you're going to get to that end destination, right? And eventually you're going to look back and say, F fear, right? Faith over fear. I did it, right? I got to that end destination. So where I'm going with this, right, is going into 2022 as a health and fitness coach, right, and in your online coaching business, you got to start thinking about faith over fear, right? Because in that metaphor I just told you right there, you have to have a little bit of faith that by inch, you're going to get through that fog. You're going to get to the end destination. That's how you have to look at it with your business, right? Whether you're just barely getting started going online, whether you're like at 2 or 5K months, you're looking to grow and scale, you're looking to bring more clients on, you're looking to grow your team, you're looking to go into a group coaching model, whatever it is, right? There's going to be fear, okay? But you have to figure out how to mitigate that fear, and you have to just get started with it imperfectly and just go inch by inch. And I don't know if that's like hiring a coach. I don't know if that's going through a mentorship program, a mastermind, whatever it is, right? But you have to mitigate that fear, because that fear is just going to have you just staying there like quicksand, and you're not going to move. You're going to end up in the same spot that you were in 2021 going into 2022 with your business, however you look at it, right? So hopefully this whole little like metaphor with kind of just like, you know, the whole the fog and getting through the end destination with fear kind of hit home, right? But think about this going into 2022 with your business. What are you most fearful? Is it growing? Is it going to a group coaching model? Is it hiring people? Is it making more money? Is it helping more people? You got to eventually mitigate that fear and break through that. I know he's got to say something.
I don't. I'm like, Christian had just done this live by himself. Obviously, he had this all planned out and mapped out in his head. So I'm just here kind of just supporting you. But I guess I'll piggyback off that, because it is true about the whole faith over fear. And I think we all have that. We have to have that uncomfortable conversation with ourselves as to what it is directly that we're actually, fearing, right? And again, fear should be reframed more as a lesson learned. Because, or failing, right? Because you're not really, what are you really failing at, right? All you're doing is learning lessons. If you go back to the drawing board and you don't do that same thing, right, then it's not technically, a failure. But just to kind of piggyback on that too, guys, like this is something you do have to take into consideration, choosing faith over fear in your guys' coaching business. Because again, I'll use this as an example. I spoke to a gentleman earlier today, and he lives in Canada. So he's an in-person personal trainer, and he told me, with all the stuff going on in Canada, like that, all the lockdowns, all the restrictions that Canada's going on, I guess a month lockdown. And I didn't know this. So, which starts tomorrow for a month, all gyms closed down, everything, which is complete bullshit. But that's a whole nother like story and just like topic. But this is why. And I told him that you have to really take into consideration to recession and future-proof your business, and really be in control of your income and the amount of people that you can impact and frankly your personal brand online to build going forward in the year. So good conversation. But long story short, I mean, for him, hopefully he chooses faith over fear, because there is some fear there that he's facing to actually take action. But ultimately, guys, like we're all of us are facing some form of fear and just obstacle in our life. But I guess the big thing is just, you have to really choose faith instead.
Yeah, you just got to figure out like whatever those big fears are, how to mitigate them, because you can mitigate them. And then like I said, hopefully that whole analogy or metaphor, what I said about just getting from like the end destination, driving through fog, there's fear at that point, right? But you're eventually going to have to get through it, right? You're going to have to start, you're going to have to get through it. And it's going to be okay at the end of the day. It really is. You're going to look back and be like, damn, why was I so scared about that? Why was I so scared to take this risk in my business, right? So just something to think about going into 2022. But hopefully this message was good. It hit home. Drop us a comment below if it was good. One more thing. Tomorrow we're actually hosting a live training in our Facebook group, 100% free. It's going to be at 11 a.m. CST. It's going to be all around how do you keep your clients during the holidays. A lot of health and fitness coaches kind of just kick their feet up, put their hands behind their head, sip margaritas if they go somewhere and just kind of let their clients just be. And that's why they wonder why they lose clients and they don't keep the cash flow going throughout the holidays. So I'm going to teach you guys how you guys can keep your guys' clients through the holidays of Christmas and the New Year. And it's going to be really good. So if you're watching this on Facebook, check out the link below. I'll link it up there so you guys get to the Facebook group. If you're watching this on Instagram, you guys can go to the link tree. You can find the Facebook group there. And tomorrow at 11 a.m. CST, 100% free. Okay. We'll see you guys there. Talk to you soon.
All right, guys.